Now, as the showdown over hijab continues, the BJP has said that the Congress is hand in glove with the PFI, the organization allegedly fueling the hijab protests in Karnataka. BJP Shehzad Poonawalla took to Twitter to say that the Congress is the head of the Tukre Tukre gang. This after the Gehlot government has given the nod for a PFI march to happen in Rajasthan's Kota. BJP has said that the organization like PFI, which has been designated a hate organization by the NIA, has been allowed to carry out a march in Congress-ruled Rajasthan. All of this, even as posters were seen in Karnataka, promoting this very PFI march outside a school in Karnataka, Shivamoga.
Yeah, walk through mic on.
Despite a plethora of charges and a long list of extremist activities that the PFI has indulged in, the Congress party continues to provide patronage and legitimacy to the Popular Front of India. कांग्रेस का हाथ हमेशा टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले गैंग के साथ क्यों होता है? This is not the first time that the Congress party is legitimizing such elements.
That is what the BJP has had to say on this entire controversy. There have been a lot of questions being asked of the Congress over this event, which is slated to happen at 11 this morning, where there will be a march by PFI activists, by Popular Front of India, and they're going to be gathering in large numbers in Rajasthan's Kota. The BJP is crying foul over the fact that the Gehlot government has given the nod for the same. Dev Ankur is joining us live this morning with more details on this. Dev, the Rajasthan government has given its nod for a massive march. This is an annual event, if I'm not wrong, that's held by the PFI, and it's happening in Rajasthan's Kota. Has there been any response from the Congress on the criticism that's come from the BJP on this?
Well, Akshita, the Rajasthan government, the Ashok Gehlot-led Rajasthan government has allowed People's Popular Front of India to carry out this massive march in Kota today. But what the front has claimed is that it's an event that has been organized to save the democracy after, the 75th independence of the country was celebrated. It claims that democracy or the republic needs to be saved, and that is why the march will be carried out. As far as the stance of the Ashok Gehlot government is concerned, it has maintained that Popular Front of India is not banned in Rajasthan and that it's well within its rights to carry out such events. And probably that is why the event will be carried out. It will be a massive event. It will begin at 11 a.m. And the front, plans to carry out more such events in the future as well.
Okay, so the Gehlot government giving the nod for, in fact, this kind of an event to happen. It's also led to, they have a lot of questions considering what's playing out right now in Karnataka and the hijab controversy. The fact that posters have been put up, which many say confirm the PFI link to this entire controversy. But you're also telling us that this is something that happens annually, and every single time the Congress government hasn't stopped this kind of a PFI event, which is why they're saying, why should we stop it now?
Well, clearly, Akshita, the Ashok Gehlot government claims that it has been supporting events which ensure that that minorities carry out such events which they believe that they are well within their rights to do so. But given the backdrop of the hijab controversy and the kind of events that have taken in the last few weeks and months, Ashok Gehlot government may have to may have some answering to do to the BJP once the House resumes, the Assembly resumes, which will be on the 23rd of February. The BJP has claimed that, in the name of allowing minorities to carry on with such events, the Gehlot government what it has been doing is to pandering to the minorities' sentiment or appeasement of the minorities, which it claims that really shows that it has been trying to, neglect the majority community just to ensure that it seems to be pandering or giving in to the sentiments of the minority community. Akshita?
Okay, Dev, thank you for joining us with those details. We'll come across to you, of course, when that march kicks off at 11 this morning in Rajasthan's Kota. But let's also get you all the updates on the hijab showdown. Remember that the hearing in the Karnataka High Court will continue for the 5th day today. Colleges opened across the state yesterday despite the High Court order, the interim order with regards to wearing of the hijab in these campuses. The standoff peaked between students and college authorities in several districts. Students refused to remove their hijab in many instances before entering the college. The college administration made it clear that they will not be allowed in unless they do so. Let me also get you the highlights of yesterday's hearing, where the petitioners argued that a display of religion through attire shows diversity and singling out hijab violates fundamental rights. Prohibitory orders remain intact near colleges across Karnataka. Section 144, remember, has been imposed in several districts by the state government.
हिजाब एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूट में जाए, ऐसा तो बात ही नहीं हो सकता है। किसलिए नबी जी ने बता के गया है कि आप साइना में भी जाओ पढ़ने के लिए, मतलब आप साइना का कानून का हिसाब से चलो या परदेश विदेश का कानून का हिसाब से चलो, बट फिर भी आप शिक्षा ले लो, बिकॉज एक मुसलमान का सबसे बड़ा काम है शिक्षा। अभी लोगों का ये पूरा माहौल बना दिया कि शिक्षा से इम्पोर्टेंट हिजाब है।
अलग अलग मजहब के लोग रहते हैं, अलग अलग लिबास पहनते हैं, अलग अलग खाने खाते हैं, मगर बीजेपी का ये जो एक नया गोडसे का हिंदुस्तान बना चाहते हैं, जहां पर वो कहते हैं एक जैसे कपड़े पहनो, सर पे टोपी मत लगाओ, हिजाब मत करो, मीट मत खाओ, ये खाओ वो खाओ, तो ये जबान बोलो, खाली एक ही जबान बोलो, ये तो हिंदुस्तान नहीं है, ये तो गांधी का हिंदुस्तान नहीं है। और मुझे जहां तक लगता है आखिरकार इस मुल्क के लोग जाग जाएंगे और इस गांधी के हिंदुस्तान को गोडसे का हिंदुस्तान बनने नहीं देंगे। ये जो हिजाब की बात है, इसमें ये भी एक साजिश है कि हमारी बच्चियों को तालीम से दूर रखने की कोशिश की जा रही है, मगर मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ कि हमारी बच्चियाँ बड़ी अक्लमंद है, बड़ी बहादुर है, वो अपनी तालीम का नुकसान नहीं होने देंगी।
कौन क्या पहनेगा क्या नहीं पहनेगा, इसका फैसला बीजेपी नहीं कर सकती। अगर कोई लड़की हिजाब पहनती है तो ये उसका हक है, और पूरी दुनिया में इसकी बदनामी हो रही है। OIC जो मुस्लिम कंट्रीज का संगठन है, उसने सख्ती के साथ इसको कंडम किया और यूनाइटेड नेशंस को लिखा। मुझे नहीं मालूम कि प्रधानमंत्री क्यों खामोश तमाशाई बने हुए हैं। एक तरफ वो भारत की इज्जत की बात करते हैं, यहाँ पे भारत की इज्जत के साथ खिलवाड़।
Multiple colleges in Karnataka saw a repeat of scenes which have exposed the deep divide over hijab. Many colleges imposed the High Court mandated uniform for students, which bars donning hijab and saffron scarves. Only to witness serious backlash from students in hijab and adamant parents.
This is not rules. What they are doing there?
What are they telling you?
They are telling that don't wear hijab and burqa. What it means?
Earlier you could come with a hijab inside. Earlier were they allowing you to wear?
Yes.
She said that we are not coming over here to do anything wrong. We're just students. The college allowed us, gave us permission to wear a hijab. So why are they stopping us now? The authorities, in fact, what they tell us is that considering what really happened in the past few days, where girls were allowed to wear their hijab inside, and then you had boys wearing the saffron shawl, the institution did not want or does not want to take any sort of chances. And that's one of the reasons why they're not allowing them to wear any sort of religious attire, that is a hijab.
In Vijaypura, the arguments turned even more heated.
Court order very clearly says we make it clear that this order is confined to such institutions wherein the college development committee have prescribed the student dress code uniform. If you have allowed, how are you not allowing now? What is it? What is different?
No.
If you have allowed before, why is it different? If you were allowing now, how is it different?
ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ
ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ. Do you think the future of these students are not hampered? Isn't the future of these students not hampered?
Allahu Akbar became a rallying cry for these students in Tumakuru. Students in hijab resorting to sloganeering in Chikmagaluru to back their right to don the Islamic head covering. But many in hijab were turned away. In Hubali, parents confronted cops after their children in hijab were stopped from entering school. India Today also uncovered a PFI link to some of the protests. A PFI poster rallying students for the hijab stir was removed after our report. With Nabila Jamal in Udupi and Nolan Pinto in Shivamoga, Bureau Report, India Today.